the YN360 Mark III Pro from Yongnuo. Let's go. Hey guys, what's up? It's Mark again here and welcome back to my channel. So Yongnuo has just sent me this cool LED stick, or an LED, I don't know how you call it, but it's an LED panel which is like a stick form. Normally LED panels are circular or rectangular or squarish, but this is really like a stick, which is awesome. This unlocks a lot of possibilities. So let's check what comes inside the box. So all the things that are laid out on this table are all the things that come with the YN360 Mark III Pro bundle. First of all, you get a proper bag to carry everything, an instruction manual, warranty card with QR codes to download the app to be able to control the light via smartphone, or of course I prefer to use the remote, but if you would want to use your smartphone, you can use this method. Guarantee card, a battery for the remote, a carrying strap, and 2 silica gels. So let's get rid of the other things and let's inspect the light. Okay, so this is the light itself. This is the YN360 Mark III Pro from Yongnuo Digital. So this is from a company from China, but even though they're made in China, this is a very good light. I've been using Yongnuo lights for a very long time now. Ever since I started my filmmaking career, Yongnuo was the go-to light company for me. So yeah, so this is the body. So as you can see at the back side of the light, you can see different vents. There are actually 4 vents which help with heat dissipation. So normally with some LED lights you would have to use a fan, but fans actually generate a very loud noise, a very loud humming noise, which is unwanted for audio. So these things help out a lot in managing heat. So right away you can see here there's a remote. So this is the remote for the YN360 Mark III Pro. It's similar to the other remotes right now from the Yongnuo new lineup. This looks like the remote from the YN300 Mark IV, the YN Air Mark II, and the other new lights. So it has this body, it has these connectors at the back, so even if you don't want to use it as a remote or just to use it as an interface for the light, these can just connect to these pins over here and you can just use it as a control interface. Power switch is here, channel control, and you have a dial here to control different colors of the light, or press 1 time to be able to just control tungsten or fluorescent. So fluorescent is on this side and tungsten is on this side. You can see the white dots over here. That means fluorescent, which is the white light. And you can see the orange arrows or the dots over here. These represent the tungsten lights. They can control different values using this remote. So again, 5600 on this side, 3200 Kelvin on this side. And if you press again, you will be able to control the entire RGB spectrum. Let's inspect the front part of the light. As you can see, there is the NPF battery slot over here. So you'll be needing an NPF style battery to be able to power this, or a power brick. Just remember that all of Yongnuo lights don't come with any means of powering it, so you will have to buy the powering methods separately, just in case, so you won't be wondering when you get your package that you're wondering why did it not come with a power cable or a battery. Align the pins over here and then push it to the left side, and then you will hear a clicking sound. Now it's securely attached to it. It's not going to fall, it's not going to go anywhere. To remove it, you just press this button over here and slide to the left side to remove the battery. So easy, just like that. As you can see here on the main stick of the light, you can see an orange plastic diffusion sheet, or diffusion plastic material. So these used to be popular with Yongnuo lights because it provides you with somewhat of a diffusion, even though you don't have some kind of diffusion sheets or a proper softbox. So these things came with the old Yongnuo lights to be able to change the color, to be able to change a little bit of the brightness levels, and to soften it a little bit. But for this kind of RGB light, I don't think you will be needing those anymore, because now since you already have an RGB spectrum, I don't think you will be using this plastic thing anymore. Let me just quickly show you how to remove it. It says here, push the soft light board up and then take it down. So there's an arrow pointing that way and there's an arrow pointing this way. So all we need to do is just push it forward and then now lift on this side. And now this is what the light looks like without the plastic diffusion. So normally this is called like a gel pack or a gel plastic filter, diffusion filter. Since like what I said, this is already an RGB light, you will not be needing this that much, but it's nice that Yongnuo has still included it. So as you can see here, the body of the light, the beads are not actually exposed. They still have like a plastic diffusion filter like this, but it is non-removable because it's now screwed onto the light itself, so you cannot remove it, which is actually a good thing. It protects the light bulbs, and yeah. So to put back this diffusion filter, you just basically just push it here like this and push it to the left side and push down. and you're gonna hear a clicking sound, and now it's back onto the light. Okay, so I switched both RGB lights on my left side and my right side to be able to test this light's RGB capabilities. So first, let's slide in a battery. So I have here an NPF battery. This is a 1800 milliamp NPF battery. Now we're gonna slide it into the YN360 III Pro, push it in here, and then slide that way. You're gonna hear a click. Now the battery is on. Now we have a light that looks like this. It looks like a gun now. So as you can see, there's a power input over here. So in case you have an AC adapter, you can just use it with this input instead of using a battery. But for all intents and purposes, we are just going to be using an NPF style battery. We have the main switch. So you can see here, if we flip that, it switches the light on. It's super bright. Let me tune it down a little bit. So like what I said, you just slowly dial this down, all the way down. And you can see that the reading over here changes. Let me show you. So if I slide it down, press and then slide down, it's going to slowly change the values all the way to 0. So now all the light that you're seeing is from the orange light, which is the tungsten. So I'm now going to control this side. So if I tap one time, you see it's on 80 something, right? So if I slowly slide it down, it's going to slowly decrease until there's no more light, right? So again, if I'm on the left side, controls the white bulbs. If I'm on the right side, controls the tungsten bulbs. If I tap the middle, it's now going to let me control the RGB lights. So look, if I spin it this way, you can control different colors. See? If I press here, I think it's now gone green. Spin it a little bit, now I'm blue. A little bit more, becomes purple. On this side, becomes like pink. And then you can just slowly dial in what color you need. My current favorite is this like acid orange. I really like this look. I've been using it a lot throughout my previous videos. Yeah, so let's talk about the remote really quick. So as you can see here, it says, I don't know if you can see, it says channel 1. So I'm gonna change it to channel number 3. Okay, so now I can still control it, right? So right now, this remote or this device is counted as channel 3. So if you remember, I told you before that the YN300 and the YN360 or the YN200 can all be controlled using one remote, and even the YN6000. So let me show you. I'm going to get another remote and let's see what happens. So here I have another remote from my other light, which is the YN300 Mark IV. So look, this is the same exact remote. It looks exactly the same. So if I switch it on, and I go to channel number 3, so right now it says channel number 2, I'm going to change it to 3, and now I can control this light with this remote watch. I can now change the whatever I want. So if I tap once, I control the white fluorescent, and then the side, this one, right, the tungsten. And if I press one time in the middle again, I can now control the RGB lights. So now I can choose whatever I want, just like that. So imagine having multiple lights like this. You can just use one remote to control a wide spectrum of lights, and I think that is amazing. Imagine being on a set and then you can just control multiple lights, like maybe 6 of these or maybe 10, just using one remote. I think that is an amazing feature that Yongnuo has developed. So yeah, so let's wrap this video up, shall we? So let me give you a quick application of how you can use the YN360 III Pro. So this is kind of cool. I just came up with this concept and I think you're gonna like it. So I have one YN360 III over here. I don't know if you can see it, it's a little bit dark. And I have one over there. So let me quickly show you what effects you can achieve with placing 2 YN360 III lights behind you in this frame over here, in a framing like this. So like what I said, you can control multiple lights with just one remote, right? So I'm using a remote that I got from the YN300 Mark IV. So let me show you what I can do. So first, let me set the channel number. So I'm going to go to channel number 3. So on this side, I'm going to set it to channel number 3 as well. And this light will be on channel number 3. Okay, so now all lights are on channel number 3. Let me show you the magic that you can do. Check this out. Whoa, look at this lighting setup. That is just insane, right? This just looks so cinematic. It looks like I'm in a different studio right now. Imagine what you can do with a light setup like this. You can even change the color. So right now it's on the acid orange that I told you that I like. I'm gonna change it to blue. Right now it's on blue. Still okay, right? Green looks weird. I don't know. Red, purple. Ooh. This kind of teal blue looks awesome as well. So this is acid orange. I like this color very much because it matches my skin tone. It makes me pop out of the background. Let me guys know what you think in the comments down below. Should I keep this light setup or should I not keep this light setup? So who is this light for? So if you shoot a lot of music videos, like maybe dancing, or maybe you want a small little light that you can put on your background, which is not a big LED panel, this light is definitely going to be for you. You could even pick up like 4 of these and just align them behind you and create like an entirely different scene. The possibilities are just endless. Imagine what you can do with this. I'm so excited. Like, you can really see that I'm stoked right now. It's not because I drank coffee, but yeah, I did drink coffee, but that's out of the question. Okay, so I have to stop talking now or else I'm gonna look like I'm being paid or I'm advertising these lights as if they're paying me to say good things. I just like this light so much because these lights open a lot of possibilities. So yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. If you're not a part of this community yet, please do consider subscribing down below and expect a lot of content like this to keep on coming this year, as well as gear related videos, tutorials, reviews, vlogs here and there. So guys, if you're interested, please do consider subscribing and be part of this awesome community. And if you are already subscribed, please do hit the notification bell so you will be notified whenever I upload a video. So yeah, so I have to leave now because I have work in an hour. Let me quickly show you that it's actually not nighttime. I just really like created this little cave that simulates like a nighttime. So it's about 3 o'clock right now and I really had to get going. See you guys next time. Peace.